And I'm going to take the center of my 30 centimeter 24 gauge gold field wire, and I'll take one of the 10 centimeter one, and I will take roughly the center as well. And what I'm going to do is just wrap this up a couple of times. So that's what it should look like. And then I'll take my bead chain and lay that on top of my wire, taking the center again, and I'm just gonna try and tuck this in to see the first bead there. And I'm gonna wrap this up like that, and I'll just separate that and go tuck it under. I'll do the same on the other side. And tuck that under. So now I'll take my other wire here and roughly taking the center again of the wire, I'll wrap it up like that, and do the same on the other side. And I'm tucking that, it's quite separated. So now this is our center, so I'm going to put my finger there, and I'll just lay this over my nugget. So that side still has a fair way to go. So I need to do a couple here on this side here, see, because it's still short, and then this one I have to go over that side there. But I'll leave this one here for now, so I'll do this one and see how it will meet up on the opposite side here. I'm gonna go, so I still got two left there, so over the top of the bead chain again, straighten this out, go there, so, and I'll wrap this once, and I'll go under the bead chain. I'll just need to tuck that in, and over again. So I'm just securing this, so I'm just going to wrap it up once and go over. So now I'm going to do a crisscross, this, and this part will form part of the bay later on with those two. So I'm just going to crisscross them. So I got 1, 2, 3 and on this side and 2 on the other side. So we'll just leave it there for now. And we'll go on the opposite side, we'll wrap up this side as well and secure it. But before we do that, I'll just lay it over my nugget. So I'm pushing this side in because of the shape of the nugget. So see, nicely tucked in. And this one I have to push this one into here. And that one going over the top like that. And so now, so that's what it should look like. Wrap around, and then now that's just perfect on this side here. But this side I've actually wrapped too much, so I'm just going to take this off. So I need to go to this point here. Normally if I haven't got the camera on, I would just undo this on my table, but since I want you to see what's happening here, so I'm going to try and get it as close as I can to the camera. So we're going to undo. Holding this, a bit fiddly, but so those are the two 10 centimeter wire. So my 30 centimeter, I'm taking it off because I've actually wrapped up too much. So when you're doing wire wrapping, sometimes when things don't work according to your plan, you can make adjustments, and don't be afraid to take your wire off. As long as you haven't nicked it or sort of damaged the wire, it's still alright. So when it's just twisted like that, so say for example, so I've got a bend there, if I squash that with a plier, say like that, that would, you know, when I straighten it out, it will just break off. So don't do that. So you have to unwind it according to how you twisted it in. So in that one's got a twist, but I'm gonna go around like that, so I'll straighten it out. That is a much better gap there. So now what I'm gonna do now is cut off, so a couple of this sticking out. So I will do the same as I did here on the left side. So I have one ball of my bead chain, or one bead, and then this one here I need to do, just cut it off to there and secure that one there. So I'm just gonna cut off, so if you can see that, so I'm cutting off just one here. So I'm just left with one, and I'll just take this off for now, and I'll straighten it out again. And we're just securing the bead chain. So now I'm going to straighten my wire a bit, so I'm just going to do this gently. I will just secure my beads here. So I'll do the same. So I'm going to go under. So there's 3 balls there, if you can see that. So I'm going to go under the second one, and I'll leave the third one over there like that, and I'll wrap this to this other part here. Split it up again, and so I'm gonna go over the last remaining bead, and I'm taking that one there so I can tuck it under. There you go. So now this one, I'll straighten that one, and I'll straighten my kink wire, and again I'll wrap it crisscross way. Okay, so now we'll lay it on our nugget. So now that one, it's that point there, so we'll wrap it around again, and I'll press that one, press it, so You can tell that's actually sort of longer. And then what I want to do is insert my wires from here, tuck it into this side. So put that one on the back, and then this two, I'll just insert it roughly to the tip of my bead there, or the last bead of my bead chain. So I'm just going to insert that into the gap there. So if you can see that. So I'll have one, just ease it gently. And I'll have another one on the same hole, if I could find the same hole. Yep. Now, just going to ease that gently as well. Don't pull, so there, see how it just straightened up, and that one. So slowly we'll push it, centering the tip of the nugget. So now I have a much better gap. See? So just going to do a little bit of tweaking here. Now I have to secure this. So those two wires that we inserted through the other end here, we are just going to flick it up just to tighten it like that. So I have these two here are part of our 30 centimeter. So I'll leave that on the side there because I'll use that to wrap up. So if you can see, those are the two 10 centimeter wires. And I'm just going to bunch them up together. And I'm going to put a clamp further up. So now I've got these two here, which I need to wrap around our piece here. So I'll take this one and wrap it around from the back, so the front, because this is the front of our pendant, and I'm going to insert it on the side. I just inserted it on the edge there, and I'll just pull this gently, and that's tightening it. I'll just wrap it again, and I'll take the other side. So put that in the back. So there. So now we'll do some adjustment. But before we do that, just see if it's all nicely tucked in. Yep, she will be nicely tucked in. And so now I'm gonna twist these wires to hold the nugget in place. So I have a big space in my wire here that doesn't have wrapping. So I'll just tuck this in because I'm not happy with that. And I'm just going to twist it, avoiding contact with the nugget so I don't rub it. So I'm just going to flick it like that. So you see that? So that will hold it from the front. And I'll pick this one here, so I'll take that one as well from the top here, and I've got a gap there as well, so I'll just squeeze these two in first, and that one, and so now this part here, I'm just going to pick that up. I'll separate it first. That way I don't rub against my nugget. And I'm just going to twist it again. See that? So now, and if I push that in, that will hold two sides, and I will still do one side here and another side there. So 4 or 5 would be good. So far it's taking shape. So I've got 1, 2, 3 points. So I still need to do on this side, but I'll leave that for now and I'll go to the back. So now I've finished twisting and tweaking. So both sides are sort of safely tucked in. So now I still got a gap. So what I'm going to do now is take my nylon pliers and I'm just going to squeeze them gently from both sides, from the back and the front. So I'm just going to go gently squeezing it. So now I've finished setting my gold nugget, and so now we'll work on the bail. So